Okay, I've got my straight stitch going here. Now what I need to do is to tie off my stitching when I'm finished. Either you finish attaching your piece or you're getting close to the end of your thread and you need to tie off your stitches so that they don't pull through your fabric. When you are sewing, once you have about 6 inches or so of thread left, you want to tie off your stitching. You don't want to sew all the way to your needle because then you don't have enough thread to tie it off. So when you have about 6 inches left, or if you finish your design piece, you finish sewing and you still have thread left, but you want to tie it off because you're done sewing that piece on, you're going to want to tie off your stitches. So I'm going to take one last straight stitch here, like I'm still sewing my piece on. So up and back down. And then to tie off this stitching, I'm going to flip my project over. And you'll see here that the straight stitch looks the same on the back as it does on the front. So to tie off my thread, what I'm going to do is take my needle and slide it underneath the last stitch that I did, and I will pull it through a little bit so that I have a loop. Now my loop's kind of big because I still have a lot of thread left. If you don't have a lot of thread left, you may have a smaller loop, but you don't want to pull it all the way through like so. You want to leave a loop in order to tie a knot. Where this loop is open at the top here, we want to make sure our thread comes across that opening, and then it's going to go up through the loop. Our needle will come up through that loop on our fabric to tie a knot. Once you tie a knot, you should have what looks kind of like a bridge, 3 strings coming up from your fabric. If you've got that bridge, you know that that's a good knot, and you will cut it off right above where the knot is. Now your stitches are tied tightly in your project and they won't come out. And again, the beginning knot and the ending knot are both on the back, so that on the front all we see is the stitching.